I'm going to be able to take you now backstage. We're going to go into the dressing room area. This is places where audience members don't usually get to go. Still, exit door. Often not stars going at the time. Probably what I'm going to need to do is let myself in with my keys. Hold on one second. We're now going to enter into the upstairs dressing room area. Follow me. The upstairs of the taper has always been kind of, the dressing room area has always been kind of strange. It has a lot of zigs and zags in it. This is the women's dressing room area. Each of these, there are 10 total on this floor. There are 5 on the women's side and 5 on the men's side. In the new taper forum, we will, this hallway that we're just coming down will continue straight this way as opposed to jogging over this way as it normally does. I'll take you through here for a second so you can see. So this is the way that the actors currently come down from the dressing room area upstairs to get down to the stage. And there's, as you can see, 2 entrances, staircases, one on that side and one on this side. The problem, of course, is that there is no elevator to get anything up to the 2nd floor. So if we have wardrobe racks, for example, with costumes that have to be coming up to the actors on the 2nd floor, they have to be hand carried up the stairs by our crew, and we're going to fix that in the new taper forum. So right about here, where I'm standing, is where a new elevator is going to be. But that means that the entire backstage area on the 2nd floor is going to have to be reconfigured. And the thing that's going to make it possible is that we're going to take all of the air conditioning equipment that is currently on this floor, and actually the floor above us, we're getting it out of the building, putting it on the roof, and we're rededicating all of that space for actors and crew to put on shows at the taper. So if I'm an actor, I'm about to make my entrance, I'm coming out of my dressing room, this is how I get to the stage. Follow me. We're headed stage right now. We go through this door and into the wing space, stage right. This is really all there is to the wing space, stage right of the taper forum. This is all the room we have for the actors and the scenery to hang out before they make their entrances. That tiny little door over there is the loading door of the taper forum. Every piece of scenery. Imagine the biggest play that you've ever seen at the taper forum, and then look at that door and imagine that the whole thing came through that door. Angels in America came through that door. Cider House Rules, any of our massive shows, all came through. A 13-play rep came through this door. This is it. Basically 4 feet wide and about 7 feet tall. And as you can see, if you pan down, you'll see that the stagehands had to climb up 3 steps to get up to this level. So they have to turn a corner and go out onto the stage. So a lot of the adventure and excitement that we have whenever we load in a set into the taper forum is hoping that we'll be able to get it through the door. The new loading door for the taper forum will be only about this much wider, but it's a lot. We're grateful for what we can get. But the great part about this is that the actual level of the stage that we're standing at now will be dropped. We'll be only 9 inches off of the plaza, so that we'll no longer have to negotiate 5 steps to get to the stage whenever we load scenery in here. We'll be able to walk, basically walk right in. And that'll of course make the effective height of the loading door much taller because we won't have to negotiate our way around this floor. Why is this floor so high? The reason is that in the original taper forum there was a dazzling piece of technology which we call the treadmill, which was intended to make it possible for scenery to be trundled on from the wings and trundled off by mechanical means. The problem with it, of course, is that it was hugely loud and it has not operated, to my knowledge, since 1973, but it's still here. We're going to get rid of the treadmill, and that's what's going to make all of the space available to us in the new taper forum. Oh, I know what we can do, you can say. Here in the wing, stage left, you can see how cramped and tight the space is. I mean, I could practically reach from wall to wall just by holding my arms up to my side. And this here is, this black wall is actually a hard plaster cyc. Originally it was painted white. It was meant to be a cyclorama to serve as a sky or a backdrop for plays at the Taper. We ended up painting it black because we didn't want to have just white sky as our only option. And the restriction in space that this wall represents to us is just intense. So we're going to blast through it. And this area that we're standing in right now is going to become part of the backstage wing space, which will effectively double the amount of size that we have available to us on this side of the stage. Okay, so we're stage left now, and we're going to go through the past doors into the backstage area again. Here's a staircase that the actors would make their entrances from, and you can see here that this is an area that is dedicated to the property department. We have a little prop kitchen here where food props are generated. And then if we move another, maybe 6 feet this way, now we're in the wardrobe department. You can see that space was very, very cramped here in the ground floor of the Mart Taper Forum backstage. One of the things that was very sad about the original Mart Taper Forum is that no provision for costumes support of any kind was built into the building. So sad to say, that shack over there that's built in the middle of the hallway is our wardrobe department's offices. It's always an embarrassment. And the new Mart Taper Forum, I'm happy to say, is going to have a wonderful actual wardrobe department, which will be on a mezzanine above the second floor where the dressing rooms are, and will have much better facilities and will be accessible by elevator. We are wardrobe to my left, stage manager's office to my right. The backstage offices will be augmented by a wonderful congregating area, which is going to happen right about here, which is currently occupied by an electrical room. And we'll be able to go 8 or 10 feet back and create this wonderful sort of green room area for the actors to hang out in and the crew to hang out in. Over here will be an elevator, a freight elevator that will go down to the parking lot so that we can load wardrobe or actors, whatever we're loading up onto it. And it can go all the way up to here, to the second floor where the dressing rooms are, or to the mezzanine above the second floor, which is where the wardrobe department will be in the new configuration. And you can see over here, this is really all we have as a green room for now, but it will be, I think, bigger and better and terrific. Hi guys.
Hi Jonathan.